wondering what I'm doing at the airport in Seattle and why I'm in the cell phone lot now. In my last video, you saw that Scott and I, actually the last 3 videos I think, I've been here in the Seattle area up in Blaine, Washington, and I've been going to the Peace Arch Park to meet Scott, who's Canadian, and he's trying to get over here to the United States because he usually spends winter over here. It's too cold in Canada. With everything going on with the new regulations, he's not allowed to cross by land. So what he did is he hired a transport company to bring his van across. He had to fly over in a plane, which is why I'm here. I'm picking him up at the airport, and his van will be delivered tomorrow. So first they want to make sure that he's actually gonna be able to get over here. So far everything's been great. He actually went through the U.S. customs over on the Canadian side in Vancouver, British Columbia. He's excited. We're all excited that he's finally been able to do it. We're going back up to Blaine where they'll be delivering the van tomorrow. All right, he just texted me and he has landed, so I'm gonna head over to the gate in just a few minutes. So this video is gonna be, well, making sure 1, he gets his van. Hopefully he does tomorrow. 2, I'm supposed to go to Crater Lake, but the problem is that it's late in the season now. It's already October 22nd right now. It's getting very cold up there and I've wanted to go so bad, but I was waiting for Scott. It's down in Oregon. I didn't want to drive all the way down there and back up. So we'll see. They might get some snow. It's down in the teens and the 20s at night. So if they have any precipitation, we won't be able to go. So fingers crossed we can do that. If not, we're gonna find some other cool stuff and hopefully we'll be able to go again. This will literally be the 3rd time I've tried to go to Crater Lake. The last 2 times, there was too much forest fire smoke.
I'm here!
Yay! He's here!
Back in America.
There it is. Thank you. It arrived. Looks like it's all in one piece. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good. Everything's here.
All right. Should we go wave him down?
Yeah.
All right.
Go get him.
Okay. His van's here. Yay. Now we can take off. Oh my gosh. It is so cold here, guys. Holy cow. It's cold. It's a good day to leave. I'm ready to get out of this place. All right. We're headed out. Ooh. Oh my goodness, it is so cold. All right, guys, it is time to, sorry, you're on the side. Ooh, oh my God, I'm so glad to get out of here. We still have to stop by the grocery store. Gotta turn the heat on, it's cold. Oh, I have to get my alignment done. It's at 1 o'clock, so we gotta book it. It's 10:23 right now. Well, I got the alignment completed and wow, it was really off. However, that's not the end of the story. I have more issues, which I'll explain later in the video, that will need some immediate attention. I'm so excited to be leaving this gloomy, rainy weather, and it was quite the drive leaving at 2 p.m. on a Friday afternoon to head south through Seattle traffic, Tacoma traffic, and Olympia traffic. I'm not really sure what we were thinking, but the idea was just to go and find some sunny weather. But we made it, and we're staying at a Cabela's overnight in Olympia before we keep moving on. I will say it is cold. It's still cold, and it's rainy, but we're going south. That's what counts. Doozer!
What, you stretching? You stretching? Good girl, good girl.
Look at all these fall foliage. It's beautiful here. I am grateful. What's going on? Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Doozer. What's up, Doozer?
I looked on the weather this morning and it's going down to 23 here tonight.
That's seriously cold. It is a very cold morning and we have a change of plans. We started looking at the weather last night. There's a huge winter storm coming through, or a cold snap, where literally everywhere we were gonna go is gonna be in the teens or 20s at night. Our vans do not work well in that. Scott has the same van as me, if you didn't know that, if you're new to the channel. We just don't have the system set up for that. Our pipes are partly outside, partly inside. Our tanks are outside. We just can't have an accidental freezing, and the temperatures aren't warming up very much in the day. So we actually drove from, so we were up here in Blaine, and we drove all the way down to Olympia yesterday. What we were gonna do is go down to Crater Lake. Crater Lake is seriously cold right now. It's just too late in the season. Although things are supposed to warm up in like a couple of days. So that's why we decided to head to the coast. We're gonna go over here to Astoria, Oregon, which is basically the start of Oregon, between Oregon and Washington. The Columbia River actually separates the two states right there. We're gonna stay on the coast for a couple of days to kind of ride out this winter weather. The coast at least is a little bit warmer at night, 50s during the day roughly, and then we'll probably head back inland. So anyways, that's the scoop for today. I actually had to turn on my fan this morning because that is the fastest way to heat up the RV. It was seriously cold. And let me show you something. Do you see my blanket down here? The blanket is actually covering what's underneath the bed, which is just storage, and you can't really see in there. It's literally like the garage of my RV. That back door has just never really shut very well, but there was a really major draft in there last night, which is why I put that blanket up. Before we go, gotta have some breakfast. I can hear you loud and clear. Finally found a place with propane. That is absolutely so frustrating about that tank. It's too low to the ground. The angle of it is just horrible. So he had such a hard time getting it in. And I bought that elbow from Nash Supply, which leaks, and that will actually help them to get it in there because it basically makes the propane tank valve go upwards and out instead of facing down. At least we got propane now. It's been too cold. I need to run the furnace. So crazy to think that it was 2 years ago that I was here, a little over 2 years ago, where I did the entire Pacific Coast Highway from Washington to Southern California. Oh, and look, we have blue skies. It says it's 54 degrees. Hopefully it'll be a little warmer tonight than it is inland. It says a low of 36 tonight, so it's still cold, but it's not in the teens or 20s. When the moon runs down the southern sky, could wait morning of the spring. When the sea runs dry, we start to sing. Have you heard from the sky about it? Yonder in the high tide, around me. The whispers of pines, I hear them smile. The more you love, the more you live. Thank goodness that water that came up at me was not poop. Did you see me spray myself? Thank goodness. Over here. You look like you're terrible twos or something. What's going on with you? She gets to be a senior and she thinks she can do whatever she wants.
Most senior thing.
Oh my goodness. Twos are. What's going on, twos? So we're over here by this infamous shipwreck over at, is it Fort Stevens State Park?
Yep.
Fort Stevens State Park. I always forget where I'm at. There's a lot of people over there and I don't have my mask on me, so I don't want to go over there. That's at least what's left of it. Well, I tell you what, it feels so good to be out here in the ocean, or by the ocean, even though it's still chilly. But look, we have sun and water. So glad to be out here. Even though, like I said, it's a little chilly. That's alright though. It's not too bad, sun's out. You know how much I love the ocean. Happy dogs out here too. Lily, she's a happy dog. I let her off leash, but she decided to take off and run after a golden retriever. So she's back on leash. Bad dog. Lily, are you a bad dog? Are you a bad dog? No, not all the time. I always like this downtown Astoria area. Cute little shops. Love this old-timey theater too. That's really cute. Back in the day, oh, I bet you that place was just hopping. What is that? What is that? Is it a witch? It is, it's a witch on a broomstick. witch on a broomstick. Woo, well, good morning. We woke up to a very cold morning. It was 31 degrees here in Astoria, Oregon, and the good news is that it's very, very sunny outside. And it's beautiful around here. All the fall foliage is going on. Is it foliage or foliage? I think I've said foliage before. The fall foliage is beautiful. Reds and oranges and yellows. Oh my gosh, it's so, so beautiful. So I am glad that I'm up here to see that. That is the silver lining in having to deal with this weather up here. But today is the last day of this cold spell. I've looked all over the map. It's gonna warm up again, and hopefully we'll head back in towards inland Oregon and try to hit Crater Lake. I think that's the plan. We'll see. You know, these things change all the time. So the area that we stayed in is actually a place that I stayed at before when I was here 2 years ago doing the Pacific Coast Highway, and it's just tucked on a side street. You can actually see the Columbia River from the vans, and we're tucked behind these condos that actually face the Columbia River and this beautiful pier and everything. All right, we're headed out to Tillamook today. And we're gonna stay at another spot that you might be familiar with if you saw my videos from the Pacific Coast Highway. If you haven't checked out those videos, click up here. I'll put the playlist that shows my Pacific Coast Highway trip all the way from the top of Washington and Neah Bay and all the way down to Southern California to the end of the Pacific Coast Highway. It was an amazing, amazing summer 2 years ago when I did that. I loved it. Found all kinds of free boondocking off of the side of the highway, basically overlooking the ocean. And it's one of the things I love about this life is you can change your view all the time. You don't have to keep the same view. You're constantly changing. You're running with the weather. You know, it's just, I don't know. I love it, to be honest. It's beautiful.
Darling, won't you stay? Won't you stay? Our love will never change, stays the same. It all feels brand new, but we know the truth. The choices that we make, it makes me and you. And here we go again. Here we go again. We could have it all, but what is it all? Does money make us rise or make us fall? We're living on a dream or living free. We're all behind the scenes, behind the scenes. And here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Well, this is where we stayed last night, out on this farm. Maybe you remember this from a couple years ago. So that's the Blue Heron Cheese Company. I always want to say cheese farm. They are actually a Harvest Host location. So what happens is if you have a Harvest Host membership, there's a whole list of vendors and companies that you can go stay on their land complimentary if you patronage their market or their winery. So they have wineries, they have breweries, they have markets like this one, they have cafes, there's museums. So there's a bunch of different options. Oh, also farms. You can buy fruits and vegetables and things like that as well. But it's really nice that they allow you to stay out here for free. But again, as long as you go in and purchase something from them, it's to help support the local business. It's a beautiful thing. And usually beautiful sights too. This isn't too bad. It's right off 101. It's on a farm area. Last time I was here, there was chickens. I don't see any chickens. Maybe it's too cold right now. And it is cold this morning. Can you see my breath? And I have short sleeves on too. Anyways, yeah, it's cold. I think it got down to like 31, 32 last night. Had the heater running all night, and I set it on 48 degrees because if I did anything more than that, it would just burn through all the propane. And I'm undercover, so I'm pretty warm, but I need to keep the van a little bit warmer with the cold temperatures. Hopefully pipes don't freeze, which it shouldn't. I think it was only that cold for maybe, I don't know, a couple of hours. I can't believe how cold it is. but it's colder in the interior. We looked, it was supposed to be less, I think it was like 25 degrees last night in Portland, Oregon. Oh my god, yeah, so we couldn't have stayed there. It's a beautiful day outside. You see the sun shining? I love it. You see this happy smile? Not so happy news. Let me show you. So I had that alignment done, and I guess I should have checked my tires a little bit more. I had checked that, I've been checking them to make sure that they had enough tread, everything was fine, but they were having a little bit of cupping before, and I thought it was pretty minor. And I can't believe that Les Schwab was the company that did my alignment. I'm really surprised they did not say anything about my tires. Take a look at this. This is my front left tire. So nice tread here outside, not so much here. This is the cupping that happened because my alignment was off. Let's get it from this angle. Yeah. So that front left tire is the worst one. The other ones are similar but not as bad. But I think it's time to get new tires. I just don't want to take any chances. It's pretty bald in some areas, and while I still have, well, that sunlight is really bright. While I still have some tread on part of the tire, I still think it's probably best to go ahead and replace them. So I've got to find a discount tire along the way that has my tires. So these are the BF Goodrich KO2s all-terrains. I really love them. Oregon has no sales tax, so I'd like to get them here in Oregon. So I need to call around to see if anybody has my tires or when they can get them in. All right, so that's another thing we gotta do today. I probably won't get the tires today or in this video. It'll be the next video, but at least I need to call around and find some tires.
Choosing Discount Tire. Let's get you taken care of.
This is what we're ordering. Guess I should explain. So I called Discount Tire. They do not have BF Goodrich KO2s anywhere in the entire company. Apparently they're on back order. I guess because of COVID, the factory was shut down, and so they are on back order because of production and trying to meet up with supply and demand. So he told me about this one tire called Cooper Discover AT3 LT. It is a all-terrain tire. It has, ooh, what was that? 60,000 mile warranty on it. So that's good because the KO2s are not warranted for that much, and also they're a lot higher in price. So the KO2s are $216, these are $167. Huge difference in price, but still very good. I did some research on them before I ordered. So we're headed to, I guess, Eugene tomorrow. They're supposed to be delivered there. They don't have them in stock right now, but they'll get them by tomorrow at, I think, 11 o'clock. So I have an appointment at 11:15 to get those installed. So thank God. All right, I was like, I don't want to put all-season tires back on my van again. I like those all-terrains, especially with everything I do, all the rocks and stuff. So hopefully these are good tires. I love how we have matching vans. His is black, mine is white. He's got the black bike, I got the white bike. All right, we're headed in.
Ready to go eat some cheese for our masks.
And some ice cream. It's time to some teas. Usually they have samples that you can taste here, but because of COVID, they don't have any of that going on. So they have this market down here where you can buy. But I've tasted Tillamook cheese before. It's the bomb for sure. So I have to get my favorite cheese, which is the sharp white smoked cheddar, if I can find it. Here it is, extra sharp, extra sharp. Where's the smoked? I found my favorite one. It's this Trask. It is so good. Smoked extra sharp white cheddar. I'm getting 2 of them. All right, well, I thought I was done. Nope, we have more. Ice cream! All right, we have to get ice cream for sure. Ooh, vanilla chocolate chip. I love mint chocolate chip. It's ice cream. Oh, they have more over here. We missed it. Dang it. Oh, that's nice looking. Mine's mint chocolate chip. One of these are drivable. I'd like to see you inside one. Yeah?
That's my next camper van.
Next camper van. Woohoo! Hashtag van life. So all food was to go, so we had to take our ice cream out the van. But I got mint chocolate chip. And if I can get it out. It's really hard to hold a camera and eat at the same time.
I got chocolate peanut butter.
Where's yours?
Mine's right here.
Nice. I wonder where they put it in the bowl. Let's see. Take a first bite.